Vrei să stai? Vrei să apari? Yeah. Zile tuturor, hello! Hello guys, I'm super grumpy today. Super grumpy and super cute. Enjoy your reading, guys. From me and Luna. Kisses. Welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local light worker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer, and I'm very happy to have you here with me today. How are you guys? How is your week going? It's Monday. I'm filming this with the energies of our weekly lunar day. The moon is still growing. It has yet to become full. We are in the middle of a Venus retrograde. I wanted to say under the energy and in the middle at the same time. This happens to me frequently because I have moon square Mercury. So my emotions tend to mess up with the way in which I communicate from time to time, and I need to hold it in, rein it in. Maybe you share this placement in common. I just felt the need to emphasize it in this introduction. But coming back to this beautiful space I created here for you, maybe you clicked on the reading because your dreams have been a bit of a handful lately. I am sharing the experience, guys. Ever since Jupiter moved into Pisces and is currently conjuncting my Mercury in Pisces, I've been having these epic, almost apocalyptic dreams. I think I was dreaming yesterday night of some Aztec gods and swords flaming, and I was dreaming of desert landscapes, dune-like environments. If you guys are familiar with the Frank Herbert novel, there is this feeling of solar light coming in, but also solar dryness. I'm not sure what's happening. I hope that it's not a premonitory dream. I hope I'm not seeing visions of the future and that the future will be something very desert-like. I really don't want that kind of environment for this world because I love this beautiful green planet. But it's just a feeling that my dreams have become very epic. And if you are undergoing similar things, then this is the reading for you. Maybe Jupiter in Pisces at the moment, slowly approaching its conjunction with Neptune in Pisces, which will be complete in April, is bringing up a lot of intense joy from dreaming, intense growth from dreaming. Our dreams are overriding reality. It also feels like, for me personally, like my dream world is much more exciting at the moment than my real world, even though my real world is busy and fulfilling. But there is a sense that I'm living things on a more dramatic level, on a more intense level in my dreams, in my unconscious state. So I just thought, as with all of my experiences, whenever I become aware of something and I think it might serve you, I thought I'd create a reading for you today to help explore what are you manifesting in your dreams? What are your dreams trying to tell you? What is your unconscious communicating to you? So I have here for you a choice of 4 different decks. For group 1, I have here the Nicoletta Ceccoli Tarot. For group 2, I have here the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. For group 3, I have the Mystical Dream Tarot. I'm super emotionally attached to this deck for some reason. And then for group 4, we have the Voyager Tarot, a very unique tarot deck. I haven't seen it on the channels of any other tarot readers, and I'm very lucky to own a copy. So I am also going to be pulling some oracle cards from this gorgeous deck, the Dream Oracle, that was donated to me recently by a lovely subscriber. Thank you so much, guys, for your support, for your contributions, for your love, for your comments. I love you so much, and I want to give you a big, big hug. And in the meantime, as I was expressing my love, I hope that you took a moment to reflect on which of these tarot decks pulls you in the most. Let's take a deep breath in together. What a relief. What a relief to be here, to be alive, to be healthy, to be doing tarot. God, I love the tarot, and I love you guys. I love this community, and it's such a relief to be able to create, isn't it? It's such a pleasure to be able to create. Well, on this beautiful note, without further ado, let's figure out, what are your dreams helping you manifest? I can't wait to read for you at your pile. Hey group one, hey guys, I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Welcome to a PickACard reading on the topic of what are your dreams helping you manifest. This is for those of you who are drawn to the Ceccoli tarot. I will be using it to figure out, what are your dreams about? What is the unconscious message that you are needing to become aware of? What is your mind telling you as you are in the state of in between consciousness, right? I think that you guys are very structured thinkers. I see that the cards are falling to the ground one by one. You've got a very measured approach to life. This could be my earth sign group, my air sign group. And then all of a sudden, everything dropped to the table. You might be repressing a lot of things. I think that at nighttime, a lot of the things that you dismiss throughout the day pop up, which is a natural process of the dreaming state, that whatever we tend to not focus on, disassociate from, feel, but then we control during the day, pops up at nighttime in these incredibly intense symbolisms or symbols that reflect our own inner symbolism, better said. So let's see the cards that you got. The High Priestess, Pisces energy. So you are definitely affected by the current transit of Jupiter in Pisces. It's almost like crowning you. You see here the crown chakra is highly active, right? So the uppermost chakra, the one that connects the material with the divine, the one that is highly functional, especially if all the other chakras are balanced, because the energy usually comes from the ground and goes all the way up. But we tend to have overactive crown chakras as people living in the age of information, because we have to think and communicate to the detriment of actually being in our bodies. So I feel that your crown chakra, your mind is highly active. As I said before, you're a very rational person. You like to think a lot about everything. Or you could be quite introverted. You like to take into account all the many details of the surrounding environment. And at nighttime, you definitely spend a lot of time in your unconscious state processing everything that escaped you from a rational point of view during the day. So I feel that you're a person that's very calm and collected during the day. And at nighttime, you could actually have quite populated dreams, quite violent, quite erratic, with a lot of movement, a lot of things happening, going around, swirling, a lot of colors, a lot of sights, a lot of impressions, maybe even many characters, lots of things happening. You're going places in your dream, you're traveling. Yeah, this is my astral travel group as well. You're traveling in your dreams. You could be having these out-of-body experiences. You know, astral travel is interpreted in many cultures, especially Native American cultures, as the idea that your soul comes out from your belly button, connects with spirit, travels far and wide, collects experience, and then comes back through your nose, and then you wake up. You're collecting experiences at nighttime because of all this repressed energy that you keep within yourself, this repressed emotional energy. And it could even be repressed wands-like energy, repressed fire, because I feel that you're very much a thinker, a careful negotiator, a person that communicates a lot, but you might have a very immovable job, like you just need to spend a lot of time behind a desk. My cat started eating the side of the bed. You could even repress your hunger for experience, your actual hunger for food. Maybe you dream of copious amounts of food because during the day you need to keep a diet. Maybe you also dream about replacing your bed or the headboard. Interesting insight. And we have the Ten of Pentacles, so a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of commerce, travel, negotiations are happening in your dream time. And you're also dreaming a lot about your family. I also feel that with this card, you are dreaming about all of these things because your unconscious mind is helping you manifest wealth, manifest abundance. I feel that you're a person that is trying at the moment to work with spirituality, with the law of attraction, an abundance mindset. It's almost as if you're trying to enhance your capacity to earn, to live a better life, to work smarter and not harder. We have here as well justice. Libra energy, being very balanced, but for a second my mind kind of went, It went a little bit blank. These are some hearts that are attacking each other, and this is a knight that is piercing this heart, and she's sitting on a promontory, aloof, cold, emotionally detached. You could be a person that you live a lot of things on the inside, but nobody knows the volcano that lies within. Nobody knows how passionate you are unless they get to spend a lot of intimate time with you, unless they live with you, unless they make love to you, unless, there are these circumstances in life when you can't just hold up a facade. You're good at creating a facade, because I think that you're quite sensitive, quite intuitive, quite imaginative, and you're protecting yourself with this facade. I think that you also come across as mysterious and unapproachable, especially if you have Piscean energy heavily in your chart, either on the ascendant, on the descendant, because these are the houses, the first and the seventh, the ascendant and the descendant show ourselves and how other people perceive us. And if you have Neptune there, or if you have Pisces energy, planets in Pisces, the houses in Pisces, then you project this mysterious fog. It's like people think that they know you, but they don't really know who you are. They project a lot of their own fantasies onto you, almost like when you're watching a movie, and especially like those old-fashioned drive-in movies, right? When you were sitting in a car and you had an idea of what was happening on the screen, but you weren't actually, that wasn't reality. Reality was what was going on around you in the car, for example. There is something here about maintaining your composure. I think that you are very well known for your calm approach to things. Pisces Libra energy, this is what I'm getting here. I can completely empathize with you guys because this is the energy I also have astrologically. So you're very calm, you're composed, you keep a cool, level head during the day. In difficult circumstances, if somebody shouts at you, if somebody comes at you with needles, like needle-like energy, you are able to somehow deflect it, you're able to, it's kind of like you're a Shaolin master, you work with the chi, you turn the chi against your opponent, and it ends up hurting them. So the energy, the negative energy that they come at you with, you deflect it, you mirror it back, and it ends up hurting the other person, and you deflect it by using your words, or by using certain looks, like you look at a person in a certain way that makes them reconsider. You say something that brings them a brief bout of awareness. But this actually incurs an emotional toll on you, which you're able to control during the day. And you're actually praised for how cool, calm, and collected you are. And at nighttime, it's a whole amusement park, which can turn quite creepy as well. So depending on the feelings that you had to absorb, process, or mirror back to other people during the day, this is what comes up for you at nighttime. And I do feel that a lot of you are manifesting fairness in personal connections. You're manifesting wealth and financial stability. You're manifesting, it's like your intuitive powers are growing during your sleep. We also have here the Knight of Swords. Okay, I think that in certain circumstances, you could come across as you're holding back a lot of the anger that you're feeling at certain people in certain situations. You don't react on the spot. You have this freeze approach to things. We have it here very clearly, frozen, right? So the traditional reaction to any situation of danger would be flight or fight, but you freeze. Yeah, it's the classic introvert reaction. You freeze. So there could be a car coming at you, there could be a bear coming at you, and instead of fighting or running away from the danger, you're just like, I don't know what to do. All systems shut down, right? So you shut down quite easily in these situations, and then the feelings that were not expressed on the spot as the event was happening, they come back at you after a while has passed. This is such a classic introvert, Moon conjunct Saturn, Libra, Pisces, Capricorn, Aquarian way of dealing with feelings. It's like you instantly freeze during a situation that is emotionally harrowing for you. You do not react on the spot, almost to the point that people think you're a robot or that you're unaffected by what is happening. And then 2 weeks pass and all of a sudden you cry in the supermarket, or you cry in front of a class, or somebody gives you something and you just burst into tears and you don't know why this is happening. Well, it's all that effect that instead of being processed on the spot, you actually dragged it with you. You held on to it for as long as you could until you couldn't anymore. So I feel that this is what's happening in your dreams. Emotional overload, emotional outbursts. And these emotional outbursts are integrated by your unconscious mind as characters of various colors, of various shapes and sizes that come at you to talk to you, to do a lot of things with you. You could be dreaming of dragons of different colors, of fairies, of elves. You could be dreaming of dwarfs, of clowns, of, you know, it's a whole carousel of characters. You have a very rich fantasy world, a very rich imaginative world. I'm sure that you were this kind of child that was either read to a lot when you were younger, or you read a lot by yourself. You know, you just pick the books and you spend a lot of time daydreaming. Maybe you like to watch a lot of Disney movies, Disney cartoons. And it's like, and you lived a lot on the inside because maybe it wasn't safe for you to live outwardly, emotionally. It's like everything went within. And now at nighttime, it comes out. You might even have these fantasies where you are rescuing other people, where you are being very cutthroat with your words, where you are laying down the law and you're telling people how it is, where you are the one organizing everything. During the day, you could suppress your leadership quality, your assertiveness. Sometimes you might hold it all in, and it might come out in passive-aggressive ways later along down the line. But your unconscious mind is helping you process this aggression. Wow. And I'm seeing like a large flock of birds migrating right on top of my building right now. Messages, communication. Maybe you are having dreams where animals, pets are, coming together in large groups to join you, to attack you as well, to sweep you off your feet. I think that a lot of you, it's not present here. Let me pull a dream card. But I think that a lot of you are dreaming about waters. So sinking into water, tidal waves washing everything ashore, a tsunami breaking the dams of things, lava pouring out. These are all elements that show that an emotional release needs to happen. It's the emotional release that you didn't have the safety to express during your daylight waking hours. You didn't feel comfortable expressing during then, and it's like coming up at nighttime. Birds, what was I saying? You could be dreaming of a lot of birds. You have a lot of messengers tuning into you at nighttime. And I would strongly recommend that you do not drink before you go to bed. Maybe sometimes you try to take the edge off everything you've been packing up inside by drinking maybe a shot of whiskey before going to bed, or a glass of red wine, or something to just help you decompress. But if you do this, you have a lot of guides that attach to you as you sleep. You might even wake up in the morning and your hair is like, you might be sweaty and your hair is like all over the face, which shows that you've been twisting and turning in your sleep a lot. It's because of all this activity that you're not able to do in your daylight waking hours. It's all that Mars-like energy that you're repressing, the energy of aggression, the energy of taking action, of telling people exactly what you think. You're repressing that because you're polite and considerate, and you're much more on the Venus side. We had it here, the Libra side, yeah? But it comes up, it has to come out because our minds are balanced. So, or trying to balance themselves out. So we have here renewal and rebirth, and this is the phoenix. It's like at nighttime, in your unconscious mind, in your dreams, you're killing yourself off and you're reborn during the day. For you, dreaming is intense. Yeah, so I feel that this could potentially be my own group as well. I feel that we're part of the same soul family. We have here the following homework. Examine what you resist discarding. Finding it very hard to let go. Reassess what needs to be renewed and given a fresh start. Clean up all the things around you that are cluttering your life. You might need to do some pre-spring cleaning of your environment. Change your bed sheets, hang a dream catcher on top of your bed, maybe even use a smoky quartz or an amethyst, sleep with it by your bedside. You need to kind of wash your windows as well, wash the drapes if you have any drapes or curtains around your windows. Clean the environment as often as you can before going to bed, and try not to drink before going to bed so that your capacity to connect with higher order messengers remains intact. Because if you drink, you lower your protection during your sleep, and you're already having these very powerful, intense, Mars-like populated dreams. You don't want to amplify this energy. Rather, you want to process it in peace. And as you're processing this, you're actually giving yourself a new lease on life. Each day, you start off again, fresh energy. Your capacity to renew your energy is unparalleled. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. I feel like at nighttime, it's like you have this scorpionic-like energy of changing yourself, going through a lot of violent deaths. Because during the daytime, you're manifesting stability. Right? You're manifesting its opposite of Scorpio, Taurus-like energy, stability, morality, judgment, level-headedness, beauty, harmony. We also have here intuition. Beautiful. So this is Venus energy, what I was saying. So you're protected by Venus. And we saw it here as well. Intuition is also speaking about the High Priestess. It's a very Piscean quality. We had the Justice card here as well, Libra energy. And we had the Knight of Swords, again, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy, speaking, communicating, processing things, processing your feelings. Let's see what the intuition homework is for you. Look at areas in your life that need decisive action. Search your heart for the right answers. Listen to the messages that come from your intuition and follow through. So what I think is happening at nighttime is that whatever you are repressing about your instinctive, animalistic, id-like sense of self, it's coming up at nighttime. That repressed part, that wild part of yourself is coming up at nighttime. You might tend to see your head as separate from your body. You might tend to want to live only here, only connected to the higher beings, thinking only of angelic things, peace and harmony, kumbaya around the world. But you forget that you also have a lower body part, that you're also instinctive, that you can get jealous, that you can get possessive, that you sometimes want to eat people, that you're so angry or so in love with something. That's the animal in us, right? We are divine, but also animalistic. That's just the nature of it. Sagittarius shows this connection between the human and the divine. So there is this energy, and interestingly enough, at Sagittarius we have the galactic point of our galaxy. Anyway, I can talk about this in another video, but what you need to know here is that what are your dreams helping you manifest? They're helping you manifest your full, complete being. Each night you kill certain parts of yourself that you have been repressing during the day, and you rise up and you become even more complete. You are accepting the animal part of yourself so that you can become a full, complete being, so that you can express your feelings more freely, so that you can make decisions based on what you want, not only on duty, on what you feel fits right with you, not only on what other people tell you this is the rule and this is what you should follow, because you guys tend to be quite conformist, a stickler for details. But at nighttime, it's like spirits are flowing in. These birds are flowing in to liberate you from the shackles of your own overly polite, overly settled, overly calculated nature. And you are manifesting wealth by being more of your authentic self, your complete holistic self. You are able to express this and earn better and live a better life. Yeah? So this is what's happening for you. You're manifesting your identity fully, completely, without compromises, and you're manifesting abundance. I hope this helped. I hope your assertiveness is really kicked into gear by this reading. This is the intention that I'm sending out towards you, my loves. I hope to see you in my next one as well. And in the meantime, happy dreaming. Bye. Hey group 2, hello my loves. I'm so happy to have you here with me for this PickACard reading, where we are going to find out what are your dreams helping you manifest. And my cat Luna is just like scratching my side. I think she wants to communicate something. Maybe you've got a pet, maybe you've got a very strong connection with animals. By the way, this is for those of you that were drawn to the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, which I've already started shuffling. There could be some boundaries that are being crossed. You might find it hard to keep things organized, keep them in position. There's a sense of messiness. Maybe you get very messed up, messy. Maybe you guys are the kind of dreamers that, you know, you drool a lot, or you like sleep on your face and you wake up and it's like you've got all sorts of imprints on your body, on your skin. I do that as well sometimes, you know. Let's see, what are your dreams helping you manifest? So we have here masculine, feminine. I can already see that gender issues are predominant in your mind. There is this conflict between what is feminine and what is masculine, between women and men arguing, women and men wrestling, women and men having sex. Yeah, there is something here about understanding passion. How does it help me? How does it serve me? How can I work with it? Is passion something to be afraid of? Does it lead to violence all the time? Or is it something that is healing, nurturing? It feeds me. It opens up my heart and makes me love. Interesting. Okay, let's see. We also have here the Six of Pentacles. You have a lot of dreams about men, okay? I need to tell you right from the beginning, masculinity is heavily on your mind. You could be also dreaming of a lot of naked men, or the male body is like really important somehow. And I got a hot flush when I said that. Your dreams are predominantly sexual as well, because look, we have here desire, and desire is the world card. This is the equivalent of the world card in the normal tarot, but in the Dreams of Gaia, this is about, you see here Capricorn, you see here the eagle, which is the higher vibration of Scorpio. You might have Capricorn and Scorpio heavily representing in your chart. You could be Taurian as well, or an Aries. I'm super drawn to these horns. The horned goat is also the traditional symbol of the devil, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is associated with Satan, you know, Saturn, Satan. And it's a lot about materiality, physicality, you know. That's why the devil is considered to be such a gruesome image, because it's about being trapped only in what you see in front of yourself. You're not open to spirituality. You're not open to belief. You're not open to changing your life, to rising above current circumstances. You're all about what I eat, what I can fuck, what I can take, what I can make, you know. Sorry about being a bit crude with the fucking thing, but that's fucking is the energy of the devil. It's not love making or let me romance you. It's about, you know, getting it done, no matter at what cost and no matter how the other person might be feeling. So there is this energy here of maybe you're having dreams about like very medieval things, I'm getting as well. Maybe you're very drawn to things such as what was the name of that HBO show? Oh my god, I'm having such a mental... The one with Daenerys, the Mother of Dragons. I have never watched it because it's not my cup of tea, but I know it's a popular thing, and it's a very Pluto and Capricorn kind of show. Songs of Fire and Ice. Yeah, what was the name? Oh my god, guys, please comment down below. Help me. I think that my unconscious is starting to pick up on certain aspects here, and it's kind of blocking this from happening. It's also the shadow of Mercury retrograde. So yeah, Oh my God, it's still not coming. I was a little bit taken aback by the brutality of this energy. Your dreams could be actually quite brutal. They could be quite meaty. They could be quite about the physicality of things. They could be also highly sexed up. They don't have to be that violent, but it's a lot about bodies, muscles, force, warrior-like situations. You could be fantasizing that you're a woman, you're a damsel in distress, and there's this really hunky guy that comes in and swoops you off your feet. You could be fantasizing about cathedrals being demolished, medieval fortresses being torn down, wars and warlike situation. There is a sense here of things being created just so that they can be destroyed, and the pleasure of destroying that. It's like Miley Cyrus and Wrecking Ball, you know, that's the kind of energy. There is a certain satisfaction here with destroying things, being violent, being really, you know, because I think that during the day you don't have a chance to do that. That's the thing, you know, that's how it works. Whatever we repress during the day comes up at nighttime. Maybe during the day you don't have a chance to be very active, you don't have a chance to be very sexual, and at nighttime all of these repressed desires come up. Maybe during the day you're actually quite afraid of violence, you know, you might be attracted to watching news or the media. You could be really shocked when you hear that a rape has taken place, or someplace a bus exploded, or the military is trying to attack, you know, a nuclear missile attack looming. And you're thinking, oh my God, this is horrifying. And at nighttime, you're playing this out in your head, like how it might have happened, because you repressed that very thing that scared you, but at the same time you felt pulled towards it. Bear with me, guys, because our minds are very complex landscapes. It's not as easy and not as clear cut as saying, oh, I only believe in good stuff and I don't believe in bad stuff, and that's it, you know. It would be so easy. Existence would be so picture perfect if things would play out in this way. But unfortunately, it's not like that. We are highly complex animals. So there is the feeling here about physicality, rough and tumble. Maybe even you could be fantasizing about having a roll in the hay with somebody that is very much like a farmhand, you know, a healthy farmhand. Somebody that can also feed you but might also chain you. There could be some BDSM fantasies here as well. Yeah, you could be exploring all sorts of like diversified sexual pleasures, let's call them like that, you know, with all sorts of tools. Yeah, there's a whole kit that I'm seeing here. And I think that this is something that could potentially, you might find it hard to acknowledge because it is a little bit shocking. I think that some of you that chose this group could be very, you could be brought up in very traditional, very religious households. So it's like your shadow self is populated with a lot of the things that traditional religion tells you they're wrong, like physicality and sexual lust. Yeah, and this is what comes up at nighttime. Exactly that thing that society tells you during the day, no, 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 no. And at nighttime you're like, yes, 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 yes. So I'm trying to bring some levity into this, guys, okay? Because it is quite intense. I'm picking up on an energy that is, to be honest, taking my breath away, okay? So let's see what the oracle cards have to say. But what are you manifesting with this? Are you manifesting a sexual encounter? Because that's why you're here. It's not just what your dreams are saying, but what you are manifesting. Oh my God, this card. To me, this card is so creepy because of this person's intense gaze, but it does the trick. It actually describes very well what the card represents. It says here, focus. Yeah, focus. And we have your homework. For enlightenment, stay in the moment, chop wood, carry water, avoid distraction, meditate, bring unresolved issues into view. You're clearly a person that has quite a milquetoast kind of life. I'm really sorry to say this. I don't mean to insult you, but you have a very settled, organized, well-functioning life. And at nighttime, it's like everything that you consider to be disorganized, messy, fluid-like, sexual, tribal, animalistic, instinctive, explodes. Yeah, there is something really intense about your dreams. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, there's a lot of intensity. I think that you could also, with the eyes and with that intense gaze, you might be collecting, and this Scorpios know what I'm talking about here, or Plutonics in general know that you're collecting people's energy, and you might be playing out other people's energy at nighttime to give you clues regarding who they really are. There is a form of emotional absorption. You absorb people's energies. And it's interesting because, and I'm getting the flock of birds again. Oh my goodness. They usually don't migrate so low, so I'm not sure what's happening. There's a flock of birds just migrating over my building. I see birds as protective messengers, but they can also turn quite creepy if you think about the movie The Birds by Alfred Hitchcock, one of my favorite movies of all time. So again, intensity, creepiness, but also the movie The Birds shows this growing desire and attraction between the two protagonists that are hunted down by this new attraction that appeared in their life. It's almost that feeling of, I don't want to be in love, but I cannot help myself falling in love. I don't want to feel lust, but I am such a lusty person. So I think focus here talks about coming into alignment with the divine, understanding that you can be both. You don't have to be one or the other. And maybe this is how you will heal your received knowledge, your cultural upbringing, the religious mindset through which you were raised. It could be a very dichotomized mindset where there is good and there is evil. And there are very clear lines between what is good and what is evil. Again, it would be so easy to live if it were so clear. But actually, life is ultra complex. You see it everywhere. We create a rule, and then there are thousands of exceptions to that rule. Then we try to regulate those exceptions, and then we create so many rules, we don't even know what to respect and what to override, right? There is a feeling here of trying to put control and order over things that are very hard to be controlled or ordered. You're kind of trying to tame the wildness within. Kind of tame, I'm making that lasso movement, you know, like a cowboy trying to herd a cow in, right? With the lasso. So we have here number 29, journey. Do things in a different way. Take a new route. Believe your life is only part of one long journey. Be prepared for adventure. This could be scaring the socks off of you. Traveling. Letting behind what you know, trying out different things. You could be both fascinated by people that have this trendsetter lifestyle, but also shocked by it, repelled by it. It's like, I cannot leave what I know, what is familiar, what I'm accustomed to. But maybe you have some Sagittarius placements in the chart that are pushing you to journey, to travel, to connect with spirit, to let go a little bit of that comfy control you're creating for yourself during your waking hours. There's nothing wrong with living a controlled, reasonable lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with having a particular religion or a very strong moral code. But what I am talking here is not about what is right or wrong in terms of living. I'm talking about how these judgments, these values that you're so strongly attached to come up through your unconscious at nighttime in these intense, physical, powerfully sexual, lusty, and sometimes violent desires that you're repressing during the day. So what you need to do to not be afraid of what is happening, to not feel that you're dissociated. Like, I feel that some of you wake up and you could sometimes remember your dreams and you're like, no, that's not me. Oh my God, no. And by doing this, you only put the lid on your shadow self. You only tightly, put the nooses around the skeletons in your closet rather than facing them and dealing with them and integrating them. What I would suggest to do is instead of... Thank you, Luna. She needed to punctuate that, yeah? So instead of being afraid of your desires, wake up in the morning, and if you remember one of these intense dreams, even if it was violent, just go like, okay, what is this dream trying to tell me? What part of myself am I not satisfying? It's a dream. It's yours to control on a certain level. It's yours to integrate how you wish. But I would suggest dealing with the shadow self, because that's where all the richness lies. You can align your material, lusty, physical needs with your spiritual, angelic, higher self needs. You're both of these things, both darkness and light. Keep that in mind. And nobody tells you that you need to live a perfect life. You just need to live. You just need to experience. That's why you were born. To play out the energies in your astrological birth chart, to wrap up some past life karma, but also to fulfill your dharma, to walk the destined path onto which you were born, to live, to experience, to grow through many different experiences and soul lessons. Yeah. So the journey, take the spiritual journey, grow, evolve, allow your appetites and your hunger to be soothed by the cool light of reason during the day. Don't repress, but acknowledge. Don't repress, but accept. Accept yourself the way you are. Write down your thoughts. Think of it as a game. Last night it felt like I was in a video game. If you need some sort of emotional detachment from some of the things that might rattle you up as you wake up. I think that at the same time, as you will be doing this process of accepting these darker parts of yourself, these darker desires, you're going to start accepting them more in the people around you. And the world won't feel so scary, and people won't feel so crazy and lust-driven maniacs, but they're going to start to feel familiar, because some of the things that you see around yourself, you're going to understand, hang on a second, I dream about these things too. Now, there is a very thin line between having a fantasy, between experiencing a violent dream, and then taking that and putting it into action. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm suggesting. You might end up harming yourself. What I'm saying is just to acknowledge that it exists, acknowledge that it's part of you, and watch how something shifts within you. You don't need to act on your feelings. You don't need to act on your dreams, but you can just acknowledge that they happened, that they are part of you. Yes, I feel those things too. Yes, I have those dreams too. Yes, I had a violent erotic fantasy last night. Wow, what a thing. I wonder what that is about, you know? Rather than, oh my God, no, I need to brush this away. There's something wrong with me. I need to be sedated. I'm a bad person. People that think these things are awful people. You see the difference in energy? Sorry if that came across as too intense, but I'm trying to actually emphasize what I see in these cards, because I think this is an important maybe awareness point for you. I wanted to say wake up point, but it sounds a bit too, you know, maybe for some of you it is a wake up point. Maybe some of you just woke up and you're watching this reading with me. Hey! So I hope that you can then apply some of the things that I've just said. Keeping a dream diary will definitely help you. And I'm also tempted to say that my cat was violently playful during your reading, kind of emphasizing again this energy. Not to mention that she also made a loud bang in your reading previously. So don't be afraid of your darker self, of your shadow self, of your intense lusty desires. Acknowledge them, accept them. Don't need to act on them, just accept them and see how something starts shifting within yourself in terms of how you accept yourself and how you accept other people's flaws and, you know, defects, maybe even addicted natures, maybe compulsions and desires. Because I think that at the moment, the more you push this away, the more those people end up scaring you, triggering you, making you live with a lot of anxiety. But the moment when you accept that these things might also exist within yourself, that you're also super fascinated by them, and somehow your unconscious mind plays them out during your dreams, then you establish a point of communality with the other people around you. And the world is not such a scarier place. It's a place of just messed up individuals that are just trying to get by. And also, those messed up individuals always have the capacity to ascend, to rise above, to learn, to forgive, to correct. Yeah? That's the reading that I had for you. Wow, such a powerful reading. Let me know what you feel and what you think regarding this reading. Share your comments down below. I'm really sorry if Luna is creating these really strange background noises, especially for those of you that are listening to this with headphones. I hope my voice and the messages were able to cover that up. I do want to send you on your way with lots of love, and in the meantime, until my next reading, happy dreaming. Hey group 3, hello my loves. Welcome to a PickACard reading on the topic of what are your dreams helping you manifest. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Mystical Dream Tarot, one of my favorite tarot decks. Wow, I'm already getting such a sweet energy with you guys. What is happening here? So group 3, what are your dreams trying to manifest? Such a different energy than group 2 that was incredibly passionate. But your group, oh, you guys could be my dreamers. You could be my professional dreamers. You could be dream interpreters, spiritual teachers, spiritual practitioners. Yeah, a lot of cards appeared on the table. I am hearing that I should take all of them. I'm also putting my phone to sleep. Interesting. You like to sleep. You love to sleep. You love to dream. So the first card that dropped is not the first one that drew my attention. This is the first card that drew my attention. We have here the Spirit of Cups, which is the equivalent of the Knight of Cups. Cocooning yourself in your own little private world, escapism, dreaming the world away. I think that you prefer your dream world to your waking world sometimes. We also have here the Judgment card. It's interesting. These two cards show exactly the opposite. The Wake Up Call, the Judgment card. This is in the Illuminated Tarot. This shows a rooster crowing, you know, like going cuckoo. Is that how roosters go? Anyway, guys, I'm sure you get to understand what I'm trying to say here. So a wake-up call, and the Spirit of Cups is the going within, let's go to bed, let's rest together card, yeah? What else do we have here? We have the Five of Wands, and again, a flock of birds is migrating over my building. This happened in every reading. At a specific point in each of the 3 readings that I have been doing so far, birds all of a sudden appear and they quickly travel over the building. And I think that as with group 1 and group 2, you also travel astrally. Your essence, your soul might leave your body temporarily and it might take you to another dimension. It might travel someplace, collect experience, and then return. Collect experience. For a second, I tripped over my words. Sorry guys, please be patient with me. It is the shadow of Mercury retrograde. We have here the Nine of Swords. I always think of Little Red Riding Hood when I see this card. And that moment of impasse where she's considering whether to enter the household and talk to her grandma, that is clearly the wolf dressed as the grandma, taking risks. We also have the Divine Tower, violence, aggression, much like group 2. We have the Dreamer of Cups, the Page of Cups. We also have the Nine of Wands, martyrdom, setting yourself free. This card also kind of makes me feel of the Witcher fighting the deathless mother, or in Harry Potter it was the, how were they called? Was it the Dementors? Those beings that attacked a train on which Harry is in the second Harry Potter, I think. That was the only one I can remember by, because that was my favorite. But anyway, you guys feel free to correct me down below. There is a feeling here of you have very rich, epic dreams, full of fantasy. You could read a lot, you could watch a lot of movies, you could indulge in artwork, creating your own art, or actually visiting museums, loving to take in artworks. But you're a very elegant, refined, poetic spirit. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Very tender, very nurturing. There is a sense of vulnerability about your energy, which I really enjoy. Lord of Swords. I feel that in your dream, you have to deal with a lot of stern, stoic individuals. I feel that you might dream of bureaucrats or functionaries or police people, administrative, public administrators, people that come and tell you that you cannot go here, you cannot go there, you need a card to enter into this building, you need to have a signed document to enter into this building. It's basically bureaucrat hell that you're dreaming of, I think. but you're curious, you want to travel, you want to find the key. But at the same time, I feel that you keep coming up these dead ends in your sleep. It's like one of those detective search and find games. I don't know if you guys played them, when you are supposed to figure out who killed whom, and you're supposed to collect all of the clues, and in the end you find the killer based on the clues that you have gathered. So it's a lot of detailed, orderly work up until the moment, the intense moment, when you come face to face with your shadow, with potentially even a very dark force, a dark negative energy around you. Here's the thing, on a very occult level, what I'm getting here is that you are getting in contact with a lot of dark sentinels in your sleep. You're talking to a lot of shadow emissaries, a lot of creatures that lurk beyond the veil, and they are not of the highest vibration. They could be potentially demonic energies, negative energies, lost souls, hungry ghosts. There is a feeling here that you're coming into contact with a variety of shadow figures. And the thing is that you are actually protected, and you are very understanding of these energies. It's like you're not afraid of them. You welcome them, you listen to their stories, you try to put clues together to maybe grant them some sort of liberation, absolution. It's almost as if you are a prosecutor and you're sitting in front of the judge, which in this case would be a higher order being, an angel, an archangel, and you're making a case for why this hungry ghost, why this dark sentinel should be welcomed back into heaven. This is the kind of energy, wow, I've never had a reading like this. But this is who you are. You become in your dreams the devil's advocate, making a case for the devil. Why should he be brought back to heaven? Why did you clip Lucifer's wings? It was unfair. We didn't have enough evidence. He was wrongfully accused. Justice for Johnny Depp, you know, things like that. Sorry, it's just because I've been reading some stories about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard recently. So there is a feeling. I mean, you have the Judgment card and you have the Death card, right? Look at this. Look at this. Lord of Swords, which talks about Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius individual. This can also be Archangel Gabriel as well. There is a feeling here that, yeah, indeed, you like to take the side of the unpopular kid, the unpopular opinion, the outcast, the person that has been vilified by society, the black sheep, and you like to defend them in a very calm, tender, sweet, fact-based way. In your dreams, you are fulfilling potentially some fantasies of becoming a justice person, a lawyer, a judge, a prosecutor that were not fulfilled during the day. Maybe during the day you would love to fight for equal rights, for justice. Maybe you do fight for these in your own way. You don't have to do it as part of a group or, you know, start your own organization. You might be doing that. Some of you could be doing that, but others might just be doing it by using your own integrity, your own values, educating people through how you communicate with them, through the friends that you have, through the online platforms that you visit. We have here as well the Two of Swords. Wow, you've got so many cards. Lady of Wands and Spirit of Wands. Okay, I instantly got the feeling that some of you lost a mother figure, and I'm really, really sorry for your loss. I feel that some of you feel somehow orphaned by the world. Even if you haven't lost a mother figure, you lost her affection at an early age. Something happened and you could not feel connected to your mother figure anymore. So you learned how to nurture yourself with these fantasies, with this rich imaginative world that you're creating to heal your heart. You are becoming in turn a mother figure for other people. By learning how to mother yourself, because you had to, because your mother wasn't available or she wasn't emotionally available, you have learned how to nurture yourself, and by extension you can now nurture other people. You're an individual that because you might have been criticized or excluded due to the fact that maybe people felt that there was something wrong with you. Maybe your own mother felt like, I cannot love you conditionally, which is a horrible, horrible wound to get at such an early age. But you mastered that lesson. You overcame that pain. I'm so proud of you. And you're able to nurture and heal other people now. I feel like crying. I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna hold it in. So maybe this is what you do as well. You feel like crying. You're not crying. You're holding it in. And at nighttime, just like tears start streaming down your face. I don't think that you don't even need to be in an unconscious state. Maybe just as you put your head on the pillow, you know, it's like waterworks. Because you need to experience relief. Because you're packing a lot of things in that sensitive heart of yours. You see, she takes on the whole world in her chest. Big responsibility, big responsibility. I think that sometimes you might feel that there is something wrong with you for not being able to set the world to right. Why are people suffering? I'm trying to get them to not suffer. Why do people keep coming to me with pain when I'm doing my best to protect them, to defend them? I don't understand. Why is this continuing? You know, this might be your monologue during your emotionally intense days. But then you retreat from the world. You might be this kind of person that stops communicating with people for days. You don't pick up the phone, you don't answer emails, you know, all systems shut down. You just binge watch Netflix, you eat good foods, and you sleep. And then you emerge out of that processing phase with renewed hope, renewed wisdom, and the capacity to take on the world again, to take on other people's problems as well. And I think that in these periods, when you're just like blocking the world away, this is when these shadow emissaries appear. I think that some of your ancestors killed in the name of something, of the state, of the church, of the family. They killed thinking that they are defending what is right. These shadow emissaries are the souls of those that were murdered by some people down your bloodline. I'm not sure exactly whom. Feel free to get in touch with me for a past life reading. I think this message, I haven't communicated it to group 1 or 2. I think it's emerging in your reading for a specific reason. But you have such a rich inner world. I'm not sure if I can hold these cards, but I want to do it for you to show you your unconscious. Do you see this? It's incredible. Almost, you know, a quarter of the deck is here. Your unconscious is so rich that I think often it feels like the life that you live when you are in these trans-meditative states, when you are in these unconscious states, when you are low on energy, retreating, even at winter time, right? When the world beyond the veil is more accessible. When you're sleeping, resting, by yourself, alone, you're able to connect to your ancestral karma. You could have a lot of planets in the 4th house, astrologically speaking. That's the emotional root. That's the seed of our soul. That's the cultural heritage, the curses, the spells, the mana, the births, everything that was birthed and created and reincarnated and karmically brought into this existence to take on a lot of lessons. Everything that was done in privacy and secret behind closed doors, where people are most of the time being themselves. That's what pops up for you at nighttime. What are you manifesting through your dreams? Deep ancestral healing. You're able to see parts of your Akashic records while you sleep. You are manifesting a transmutation of energy. You wake up in the morning and you feel as if you've gone through hell and back in somebody else's name. Why? Because your ancestors have been doing certain things in the name of an abstract idea, certain horrible things, certain things that have trapped souls here in this reality, in this realm. And those souls cannot find their peace, so they are accessing an ancestor of that bloodline who is open-hearted, sensitive enough, willing and able to get in touch with them to liberate them. You are liberating lost souls in your sleep. Oh my God. Who are you guys? Who are you guys? If this resonated in any way, please get in touch with me. This is unbelievable. I never had a reading like this before. Wow. I'm getting very strong Cancerian energy as well. And the 4th house, of course. I know I pulled a lot of cards for you, but I feel very drawn to pull dream cards as well. So let's see. This is so deep. Interesting. Again, you got the most oracle cards. Wow, such a rich inner world. I think that most of you could have planets in the 12th house, which tells me that in this lifetime, you're not meant to do so much externally, like really strive for that ambitious career or really have a large family and live in their service. You're meant to do a lot of work within in your mind, in moments of deep solitude as you retreat from society. We have here vehicles, car, and this talks about astral travel, inward transportation, reaching different planes. Do you know what direction you want to go in life? Do you feel in control of your life plans? Do you represent the car model in your dream? In your dreams, you're going places. Your dreams are far more active than your real life. And you see, it's exactly the kind of background in those search and find games, in those mystery clue games. Yeah, Cluedo could be important. We have here weather, natural events. What's urgent in your life? What's making you feel overwhelmed and is out of your control? Are you worried about how you will survive a major change? I feel that some of you might have gone through a life and death situation, 8th house problems. Yeah, I feel that the water houses, those deepest places in our astrological charts, the 4th, the root, the 8th, the occult, and the 12th, the gateway to the divine, those are strongly represented. I feel that when you are able to transmute spirits, to liberate the soul, you are also noticing weather changes around you. Like, let's say you go to bed very heavy. You feel that it's time for me to go within. It's time for me to do something in my sleep. I'm going to sleep for 12 hours tonight, or nobody needs to bother me tonight. I feel the need to just go within. And you go in that unconscious state. You liberate the soul, and in the morning, if it was rainy at nighttime and thundersome, in the morning you see bright, clear skies. You see birds chirping where there are maybe just wolves howling. This is the kind of energy. Or you feel when another moment of transmutation comes through, when you need to liberate something else again, when you need to go within, when you need to go private, to push the world a little bit away from you so that you can do this rich inner work inside of yourself, in isolation, in your escapist world. It's like all of a sudden clouds gather in, the environment changes. I feel that for you, autumn and winter, it's like, I know, I need to do this, I know. You're especially sensitive around Halloween. And during the solstices, the equinoxes as well, but the solstices more, when there's the imbalance, the day is longer or the night is longer. We also have here death. Oh my goodness, yes, exactly the energy I was talking about. Transmutation, taking one feeling and turning it into its opposite, taking one soul and setting it free, bringing something from the dark out into the light. And you're super powerful. I can feel it. You know, I have a Chiron, the wounded healer in the 8th house. That's the asteroid that is helping me do this work. This occult work for you is destined in my chart through this Chiron placement. And my hands, right? I shuffle tarot cards for a lot of you. When my hands get activated, I'm getting a very strong healing message here. Yeah? Even like, it's started, you know? So it's like transmitting light to you. Cleanse yourself regularly. Be mindful about absorbing these energies and staying with them. You're meant to move them, yeah? You're meant to get in the car and drive. You're not meant to stay in this negativity or stay with that lost soul. You're not meant to partner up with them. You're meant to feel them, complete them, release them, yeah? Feel the feeling, feel the energy, feel the karma, release it. Never stay with it, because it will bring you desperation. So let's see. The homework is, what parts of you, your habits need changing? How do you feel disconnected with yourself and with others? Have you been neglecting your physical or emotional health? I would strongly suggest for you to write, speak up, and communicate with the world about whatever it is that is happening to you in these isolation moments. Come up to the surface and share with the world your occult experiences. Tell the people how you transmute energy. Tell the people, the souls that you get in contact with. Help us learn. You are sitting on the precipice of a really important wealth of occult knowledge that could benefit us all. And as we are approaching Pluto in Aquarius, this knowledge will be priceless, because there will be a lot of intense attacks on an energetic level, and you can help people learn how to protect themselves from beings from beyond the veil. It's a little bit like Stranger Things. That's kind of the vibration I'm getting here, that you're able to tap into the upside down. I'm not saying that the world beyond the veil contains only negative energies. On the contrary, I get in touch with so many high vibrational energies constantly. My team of angels comes from there. But it's really important for you, because you have this inner strength, because you were given this gift, because you are the one that is able to cut the curses on your bloodline. Talk to the world about it. Talk to the world. Educate. Liberate. You are a liberator. You are manifesting deep, soulful liberation in your sleep. And it's giving your life a purpose, a deeper meaning and a deeper purpose than a mundane job could give you. Final card I have for you, manifest. You see here, unicorns could protect you. You could feel like you're a unicorn, like you're very special, like you might not belong in this world. Manifest your dreams and watch them materialize. Be willing to work on the inside to make manifestation possible. Make your intentions clear. You take a negative situation, you take a negative person, a negative imprint, and you manifest, you give birth to something so powerfully positive. Truly, like a unicorn. Truly. Wow, this has been such a powerful reading. I think I need to stop here before I get a nosebleed, because the energy has been so intense. I've been pulling this up from something deep down, and I need to take a break to energetically cleanse and replenish. I suggest you do the same. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this reading was liberating to you, since you do this for other people on a daily basis, on a nightly basis, more like it. And please stay blessed. You're wonderful souls. This was amazing, memorable, really memorable. And I don't say this lightly, as you guys know about my readings. Yeah, I hope to see you in my next one. And in the meantime, happy, wonderful transmuting dreaming. Bye. Hey group 4, welcome to your readings, my love. This is a pick a card on the topic of what are your dreams helping you manifest. Usually by the time I reach your reading it gets so dark, but today I decided to use the bright light behind me to give you a more clear reading, so that I don't feel that you always live in the shadows. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Voyager tarot. Let's get into it. Living in the shadows, interesting. That's already an intuitive hit. Let's find out, what are your dreams trying to communicate to you? And what are they helping you bring into being? Love. We have here the Two of Cups. And it says here as well, equilibrium. But this is a love card. This is the card of a connection. You are manifesting a love connection. So I'm really happy to see this. The previous readings were out of this world, I have to say. I don't know what's happening tonight. Maybe it's Jupiter and Pisces. But I think that I was expecting that one of them at least should be about love, and I think it's yours. So by the looks of it, let's see. fulfillment, 9 of Cups. Yeah, you're definitely manifesting a wish coming true. You are dreaming about wining and dining. You're dreaming about a person that can take you out, you know, can take you out on a date, Luna in the background, exploring the environment. You're dreaming of romanticism, the flowers, the wining, the dining, the maybe even romantic boat canal ride in Venice, a walk in the park to remember. Kind of, the title of the movie Sweet November with Charlize Theron and Keanu Reeves appeared in my mind right now. So there is something here very sweet, very luscious. You're dreaming of pearls, receiving pearl necklaces. You're dreaming of an escape at the mountainside, skiing at a chalet somewhere in Switzerland. Yeah, it's a very, or maybe going camping, you know, making love under the stars. It's a very sweet energy. We also have here the Hermit. You're dreaming about a retreat, escape, running away with someone, eloping even, you know, having this very random, I feel so much love for you, let's go and get married, you know. Let's quickly elope. Some of you could be thinking about traveling to Egypt. You could be having dreams about Egypt in general. You could be dreaming of the pyramids, of the pharaohs, maybe about embalming rituals, prayers to the sun, sun salutations. There is something here that is, some of you could be having these kind of dreams I've been having recently about desert landscapes, dune-like environments. You could be dreaming of gods. There is something here about the hands of the dead. The hands of the dead. This is Thoth or Thoth, the equivalent of Mercury or Hermes, the messenger, the scribe, the ibis-headed god, the one who was writing everything down on sheets of papyrus, preserving knowledge. Maybe you work in data analysis, data production, research, reading, writing, teaching, coding during the daytime, and at nighttime it's like your life becomes more romantic, more spiritual. You get in touch with deities, which during the day you might not be able to get in touch with. You know, you might just exchange very quick communications with members of your team, or answer emails for clients, or be on phones. But at nighttime it's like you get in touch with this very lush, sensual, spiritual, romantic world. We have this as well, 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands talks about a completion of a growth cycle. We see here the key word is growth. Equilibrium, growth, fulfillment, and the Hermit. And this shows the hand of a child, of a small baby, reaching for this beautiful white rose. White rose signifies new beginnings. It's like you have a different life at nighttime. In your dreams, in your unconscious, you live a completely different life than the one you have during the day, which is not surprising. I mean, a lot of people fantasize about living someplace else or doing something else. I feel that there is a human need within us to explore the grass is greener someplace else. But there is something here about you connecting with nature on a deeper level than you are able to during your waking hours. And there is a feeling that at nighttime you're blooming. You really enjoy resting, whether you're aware of it or not. You really enjoy resting, you really enjoy dreaming, and you are much more romantic than how you express yourself during the daytime. Just so you know, okay? I feel that if you have a glass of wine, because we do have alcohol here, and especially wine, you get very poetic, you get very kissy and touchy, you get very romantic. You might like to listen to soft music or classical music as you are indulging. You might want to have a very good conversation with somebody. You might want to have like one of those romantic dinner dates, like in The Lady and the Tramp, you know, when they're eating spaghetti and kissing. And there is somebody playing some Italian music in the background, right? So there is a feeling here of a traditional romantic, right? A romantic just as just as the books describe it, you know? You could really enjoy romantic literature as well. Or you could like historical literature. For example, you might like the novels of Charlotte Bronte or Jane Austen, Balzac, yeah, Victor Hugo. We have here the Hierophant. So you're a firm believer in marriage, in the whole shabam, you know, meeting somebody, locking eyes, love at first sight, dating them, eloping with them. But I think your preference would be to actually have the whole wedding ceremony with friends and family and white doves and the diamond ring, everything, you know, by the book. I'm hearing comme il faut, right? So by the book. That's how you want it. You're like a classic romantic, a by the book romantic in your dreams at nighttime. And because of this, what you are reflecting into your reality, we have here the Two of Wands. Is it a Two of Worlds? Sorry. Sorry, this deck got me slightly confused. Shadow of the Mercury retrograde, guys. Sorry. So there was this, the Two of Worlds, which is swords energy. Is it swords or pentacles? What am I saying here? Give me a second, guys. No, crystals is swords. Yeah. I'm feeling a very earthy vibe, which doesn't fit very well with this cold, barren landscape. And I had to tune into it to understand, is it earth or is it air energy? It's earth energy. I see already that your synchronicity is 2-2 because we have the Two of Cups and the Two of Worlds, equilibrium and reflection. Yeah, again, so I'm getting a very level-headed individual, an individual that prefers order, numbers, spreadsheets, categorizing things, sorting them by color, sorting them by importance. You might need to do this. You might need to do some data analysis, data collection during your waking hours. And at nighttime, this repressed romantic within you comes up. The Don Juan blooms out. The Don Juan, the Madame Bovary, they come out, you know, and they want to just lose themselves in a romance. They want to just like wine and dine and make love. And when I say make love here in this context, I'm talking about the literary old-fashioned make love. If you read a Henry James novel, for example, you would see that he uses making love in a very particular kind. Like, for example, a gentleman caller appearing at the door of a lady would be part of the making love process, which talks about giving her attention, talking to her, taking her out on a walk, kissing her, giving her something of his to hold by, maybe a handmade, maybe a locket, or how do you call them? It's not tissue, but it's, in Romania we call them batista. They're coming in all the other languages, but not in English. It's like a tissue, but it's not made of paper. It's made of cloth. So yeah, some sort of cloth, you know, that they carry, an embroidered cloth, and you know, the lady keeps it as a keepsake in the memory of this individual that has expressed their love to her, right? So that's part of the whole process of making love. But because nowadays we're very quick, we're very to the point, we're very blunt, we've reduced the whole process of making love to just the act of having sex, you know? And people don't even like take you out on dates anymore. They just invite themselves over your place, and yeah, they even skip the Netflix and chilling part. It's that crazy. So low our standards have dropped. Anyway, that was minor rant has closed. Let's move on to your oracle cards. I'm getting a very peaceful, very calm energy. Either you're a very active individual during the day and then your dreams are super romantic, they're super sweet and tender, or you are just an incredibly well-balanced individual. We have here number 22, colors, numbers. What feelings are you struggling to acknowledge? How do you see the world around you? What's not adding up in your life? Feelings are you struggling to acknowledge? See, I'm not getting a very repressed energy with you. But I am getting, aha, okay, I see what this energy is about. It's very Aquarius-like. It's emotionally detached, almost as if you're on the outside of your feelings, looking in at them, taking them apart, like a surgeon would cut somebody out and take the organs, separate them cleanly in order to reach to the core, the tumor, wherever it is that they're extracting. Sorry if that analogy was a bit too much, but I am getting the same kind of energy. We see here balloons and time. I feel that during the day, maybe you're on a schedule. Maybe you're this kind of person that jumps out of bed and it's like you wake up at 6 in the morning, at 6:15 you're in the shower, you finished your shower by 6:20, then you have your breakfast by 6:35, then you're out the door by 7, and you just like go, 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 go. And at nighttime, it's like all of the world that you have been repressing, all the walls, the limitations, the rules, the regulations, they come crashing down, and all of a sudden you're in la la land, and you're like, I can finally dissolve time. It's a very Salvador Dali, kind of image of the clocks melting onto barren rocks, onto those desert-like landscapes. Time has suddenly cracked. It's stopped. It's motionless. But you're able to walk amongst it, Yeah, again, so the surrealists are popping up in my mind. René Magritte, the Emperor of Light. The light within, the light above. There's also the Giorgio de Chirico landscapes, right? These statues that are alone in these barren landscapes. Edward Hopper as well, right? Melancholy people, solitary, looking as if they're in a climate of social isolation at nighttime in empty diners. That's the kind of environment I'm seeing here. You love your solitude. You thrive in it. You feel unbothered. You don't feel like you should be chasing big crowds, big social networks. You're not looking for fame or achievement. You just want to do a good job. And at the end of the day, you want to have your peace of mind. And you want to have the space to just be romantic. It's like, okay, I'll get up. I'll do everything that people are asking me to do. I'll do my duty. I'll compete. I'll earn my money. I'll fill in those spreadsheets. But, as soon as 6 o'clock comes by, or whenever you get to finish off work, you're like, pause, I'm out. I'm out in my dreamland. So you could be the kind of person that is like seldomly goes out. You like to spend a lot of time indoors. And you're very strict on these boundaries that you create between the material and the dreamlike world, because you want to protect this environment that nourishes you so much. I feel like a lot of you are doing inner child healing as you sleep. There's a very innocent, beautiful, naive part of yourself that you are not showing during your waking hours. God forbid you would show it. It's like people can take advantage of it. Oh my God, But at nighttime, it's like, It's like I see this lotus flower opening up and the baby inside of it, like, You got other cards as well. Let's see them. We have here as well spiritual guides. Number 13. How would you like to be more spiritually connected? Do you have any unresolved issues from the past? What magical qualities do you wish to possess? A lot of you are dreamers, artists, romantics. As I said, I keep emphasizing that word. But maybe the conditions of your life have pushed you into a more pragmatic, materialistic mindset in order to survive. Maybe you grew up in a household where your parents were like always telling you that drawing and making poems is not going to earn you a living, right? So you had to... I'm getting two things. You had to kind of toughen yourself up, but also gradually you figured out it's your life to live. So you're rising above these constricting circumstances. Oh my God, I wanted to say constricting, conflicting, and limiting, all three at the same time. Are you guys pressed for time? Are you really like speed forwarding through this? Speed is the current disease of our society, guys, honestly. Slowing down is what's healing. And also you can see some glitter in my hair, which really emphasizes the strong teaching-like quality of that sentence. No. Anyway, so at nighttime you connect with your spirit guides. We also have here the truth, right? I don't know why I'm hearing Minerva. But I think this is goddess Tethys, if I'm not mistaken. It's not Minerva. Remain authentic to your core values. Truth can be masked, so the objective when dealing with emotional issues. Address areas in your life that are not achieving your deepest truth. Number 44. I'm getting a little bit of an interference at the moment. I think like either you guys fell asleep or you're in between waking states. There's something strange happening at the moment. Maybe you guys are criticizing something. Maybe you're criticizing my understanding of this card. There's something all of a sudden, the wave between us has shifted. I'll keep it going, okay? I'll keep it going. So we have here growth. Growth requires you to step out of your comfort zone. Growing pains can help you in gaining wisdom and experience. The old must be left behind. Yeah, somebody's rushing through this reading. I would strongly advise that you stop and you pay attention to it. Consider this reading your head massage, your cortex massage, okay? That's the whole point of my very slow and soothing readings. Healing, empowerment through stillness, massaging your mind, not speeding through everything, not consuming it. Okay? So the old must be left behind before growing into the new. Growth. While you sleep, you grow. While you take time to rest, you grow. You could be a person that has a South Node in Virgo, North Node in Pisces. You might find it very hard to slow down, to take some time to rest because you feel burdened by all the responsibilities in your life, and you might actually create a lot of stress for yourself. It could be affecting your health as well. So taking time to rest is your destiny. And now Jupiter in Pisces is activating your destiny because it will conjunct your North Node. This also applies to those of you who are South Node in Aries, North Node in Libras. I'm getting here a very Libra-like quality. So it's about slowing down, paying attention, being patient, communicating, writing, reading, doing things. Reading actually requires slowing down a little bit, paying attention, reading, especially when you read to yourself in your mind, it has a certain tempo that puts you in a different brain frequency than the one in which you would normally be very alert and focused on. We have here healing, your final card. So, heal past wounds with forgiveness and awareness. By healing yourself, you can become a healing force to others. Physical healing can happen once your wounds have been confronted. So at nighttime, by getting into this romantic mood, you're healing yourself, you're healing your inner child, you're allowing it to grow. You're allowing your inner child to grow from this very innocent, vulnerable being that reaches out for the white rose into this kind of Shaolin-like master, this spiritual teacher, this yoga protector, creator, defender. Interesting. So take as much time to rest, blindfold yourself, put yourself in these isolating moments as often as you can. Go on holidays as often as you can. Please take all of your holiday time from work. The world will continue to be there even though you pull your energy back. And for some of you, it's your energy to learn how to rest. It's your destiny to learn how to rest. See, again, rushing. So, at nighttime, you have very rich romantic dreams. You're healing yourself. You are manifesting a lot of deep spiritual growth for yourself at nighttime. Your dreams are helping you heal. The best way you can heal is not by reaching out to a counselor, although you could do that as well if you feel the need to, but it's by taking time to rest, going on holidays, taking trips away from home, where you get a lot of time to reflect, to bring yourself in a state of equilibrium. And a lot of you, as you are resting, as you are honoring that romantic side of yourself, you're also bringing into being a true love connection, a true partnership. I feel that if you are in a love connection at the moment and it's not working, it's only because you're not taking time to invest in that connection. You're not valuing love more than work. You're not valuing rest more than the active expenditure of energy towards something that you can touch, something tangible. So you need to start loving quality time, spending quality time with the person on your mind. And that's going to set you free. That's going to liberate you. It will enhance the quality of your life. That's what I had for you, group 4. I really hope you have enjoyed this reading. Let me know if it resonated. And I'm sending you on your way with so much light. And until my next one, which I hope to see you in, happy dreaming.